In this video, I'm going to share with you 4 mistakes to avoid while marketing your practice. Hi there, I'm Dr. Mulrooney, owner of My Business Doctor Inc. And I'm excited to share with you 4 major mistakes that people must avoid while marketing their practice. Marketing doesn't come naturally to most people, and it's something that you actually need to learn a few tips and tricks to be highly effective while doing it. Marketing gets really expensive if you're making mistakes over and over again, so why not learn how to do it properly from the beginning? The first mistake to avoid while marketing your practice is going in too many directions. If you have a billion messages out there going in completely different directions, it's really hard to tell what is working. So slow down a little bit, get one message out there and see how it works. Test and measure it and make sure that whatever money you're putting into it, you're getting out of it. And if you're not, you want to quickly shut that down so that you can move on to the next message. What you think may work may not actually work with the audience that you're going after because you aren't them. So I do suggest start with one message. If it works, you can build on it. Then try the next message. If it doesn't work, shut it down. And you're going to have to keep doing this over the next few months to try and figure out what is really best for your practice. The second mistake to avoid while marketing your practice is impatience. I know when we put something out there, we want to make sure it works right away and we want to get results. But the truth is, marketing doesn't work that way. You have to put a message out there and then see what works. So it does relate to the first thing that I said. What you need to keep in mind, though, when it comes to a dental practice is that the buying cycle for your patients isn't instant for the most part. Most patients are on 6 or 12-month buying cycles. Think about when people get their hygiene done. Most people are probably around the 1-year mark or maybe even longer. So if they just got their teeth worked on or they just saw their dentist, they aren't going to be ready to go to another dentist right away unless obviously something went really wrong. The likelihood of that, though, is pretty low. So you need to keep putting that marketing out in front of people once you get the one that you think is working and wait for the patients to come to you. The third mistake to avoid while marketing your practice is sounding like everybody else. Everybody out there is friendly and they give painless injections and blah, blah, blah. Honestly, if you don't sound unique to everyone else, you're not going to attract more patients. What we did in our practice, because we cater to phobics, is we did it with a sense of humor. Our radio advertising was quite well known in Calgary because we actually had these funny, quirky little stories about how ridiculous it was to be afraid of the dentist. And that ended up bringing us a lot of new patients, especially in the phobic population. The funny thing was, though, it also attracted us lots of other patients who weren't phobic because when they heard that radio advertising, they realized that we had a sense of humor and didn't take ourselves too seriously. And that was attractive to a lot of people. Most patients, whether they're scared of the dentist or not, don't really like coming to us. So if you can be putting yourself out there as something else, whether it's being funny or you give the extra mile for them, whatever it is, figure out what it is that you do uniquely and put it out there in your messaging. The fourth mistake to avoid while marketing your practice is bait and switch. If you are showing pictures of your practice and when patients walk in from that advertising and see that it's not the same place, that's not good. You want to be breeding trust with them from the beginning. So if you don't have a beautiful practice inside, don't put a picture of someone else's practice on your marketing. Do something else to create that attraction. Because if people feel like they've been tricked into coming to see you, that's not going to help you to have them trust you with anything else. If you have humorous advertising out there and patients come and see you and you're not very funny and everyone is very serious and kind of scared to deal with the patients, that's not the same thing as what you put out there. So you want to make sure that what you're putting out there is the truth. If you are saying that you guys are friendly and your front desk is eyeing everyone and they're not friendly and they're just more interested in talking on the phone with their friends instead of helping the patients, that's not a good thing. So you want to, again, make sure that everything in your marketing is consistent, especially once you get that patient into your chair and they're starting to experience what your practice has to offer. So in summary, the 4 mistakes to avoid while marketing your practice are as follows. Number 1, going everywhere with your marketing. Number 2, impatience. Number 3, sounding like everybody else out there. Number 4, bait and switch. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't already signed up for a free strategy call with me, where you and I get to talk about how to take your practice to the next level, you can register for that in the link below. If you haven't already signed up for our newsletter, where you get a weekly tip and trick on how to make your practice better, you can find the link for that as well below. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, there's a little button right here that you can click that will let you do exactly that. Until next time, I wish you a beautiful day, and I will see you again soon.